This is Scott Spratt from ProFootballFocus.com Fantasy, and this is another Fantasy Slant. With the regular season upon us, teams have cut down their rosters to 53 men to meet compliance. For the most part, these roster cuts have very little impact on fantasy. You're going to be picking from the best players from the best teams. However, there are a handful of situations this year that merit a mention for fantasy purposes. For first one, the Bengals cut BenJarvus Green-Ellis, longtime fantasy productive running back, who split time with Giovanni Bernard last season. Rookie Jeremy Hill is going to probably take over that role and will be a top 40 running back in it. But that leaves BenJarvus Green-Ellis looking for a new home. Potentially a team like the Patriots could be in the mix for him down the line, but for now he doesn't have any fantasy value. The Browns cut wide receiver Nate Burleson, who was competing for the position vacated by Josh Gordon, who will be suspended for this season. That improves the outlook for both Miles Austin and Andrew Hawkins. I think Hawkins is your guy in PPR formats, as he'll be in the slot role for most of the season and will probably lead the team in catches, if not tight end Jordan Cameron. However, look for Miles Austin as a late round lottery ticket in shallower formats. I think he could really potentially step back into the wide receiver one role and have a productive season. Of course, health is the issue, and if the hamstrings start to go, you'll need to find a replacement on the waiver wire. The Dolphins cut running back Daniel Thomas, which opens the door for undrafted rookie running back Damian Williams. Behind a couple of running backs who haven't really succeeded in the new offense here, in Lamar Miller and Noshawn Moreno, Williams is worth a stash in dynasty formats, where a year from now he could really see his time to shine. The Chargers cut wide receiver Vincent Brown in a little bit of a surprising news. He was believed to potentially start on the outside next to second-year player Keenan Allen. That means that Malcolm Floyd, coming off of a missed season last year, could come back and actually reestablish himself as a top 45 or 50 wide receiver. In deeper formats, he makes a lot of sense there. Although since the upside is limited, if you're playing in a shallower league, you probably want to take a chance on someone like Marcus Wheaton instead. Finally, there were a handful of important kicker cuts if you've already drafted that you need to pay attention to. 1, the Saints cut Shane Graham. 2, the Chiefs cut Ryan Suckup. And 3, the Eagles cut Alex Henry. The Eagles' new replacement, Cody Parkey, has a much better leg and could potentially be a real value in fantasy this season. So if you had one of these original guys that got released, go pick up Parkey, especially for the Week 1 matchup against the Jaguars. For Pro Football Focus Fantasy, this is Scott Spratt.